As a result of all this expansion too, all of our new members coming in the doors, we are expanding our what I like to call them ASDs, because I like acronyms, audition session directors. Those are the people when you book a session with Actors Audition Club, the people who are your readers, the people who are your directors, your editors, they're running camera, they're giving you suggestions and working with you to make your audition the best it can possibly be. And we brought on a handful of new, we've got a new wave of audition session directors. So we can bring that up here. Want to do a big welcome, and you'll get to meet all of these people eventually too on the podcast, but a big welcome and congrats to our newest audition session directors. Shout out to Cheryl. We also have Jesse Elgood, Jared Bronstein, Aaron Reed, Moneen Daly, and Deanna Shinsky. So you'll see them when you're booking. We encourage you to book with them. It's always great to mix it up and work with new people. You'll get different pearls of wisdom and find different preferences with all your session directors. And you can book them to run your next self-tape session. Did I just say self-tape session?
Session, yeah.
Session.
Yeah, session.
The audition session, so nice they named it twice. Yes. So huge welcome. Cheryl, Jesse, Jared, Aaron, Moneen, Deanna. The last couple of weeks, they've been shadowing sessions here in the studio and shadowing Zoom sessions. Some of them are available for both, where you can book them in our Toronto studio or Zoom. Some of them are just remote session directors, where they'll hop on a Zoom with you no matter where you are in the world and help you run that. So huge congratulations to everyone. We're super pumped to have all of you. We've already got great feedback. Many of those session directors, while shadowing, were giving the actors suggestions and or helping with camera, helping reading, helping edit the files afterwards. And we got great feedback from all the actors who were working with them too. So excited to continue to expand. And if you think that you're a person who would be a great session director, meaning you have audition experience helping people run their auditions and record self-tapes, shoot self-tapes, maybe you've got some casting experience working for a casting house or casting director as a reader or camera operator. You've got some basic editing skills. And more importantly than that, you've got a positive, upbeat, energetic, fun-loving attitude. You love actors. You love TV and film. You're not a cynic or a pessimist. You're an optimist and you like to play and have fun. Then maybe you should reach out and see about our session director opportunities. And you can just hit us up, send us a DM on any of our social media platforms, including all part of this expansion. Guess what, Brandon?
What, Lars?
We are finally on the TikToks.
Ooh, right. The TikTok?
We finally got on the TikToks. That's right. I've been resisting for a long time because it's a lot of time, obviously, to make content and post across all these platforms and then engage in the DMs and answer replies. So part of our expansion is I'm bringing on some virtual assistants to help with social media, helping with some video editing and helping with some posting across all of our platforms. So you can now find us and follow us on TikTok. We have a Laughing Vikings account where that's going to be mainly comedy content, a lot of clips from our Comedy Alley shows. And as we continue to develop and produce other TV and film content, you'll find all of that on Laughing Vikings. And all of our acting and audition related content, you'll find that on Actors Audition Club. So on TikTok, Actors Audition Club, you'll find a lot of clips from the podcast, testimonials, teaching and coaching from our guests, our actor guests and our industry professionals there. So make sure if you're on the TikTok, hit us up at Laughing Vikings for the comedy, at Actors Audition Club for the acting and audition related content. And while you're at it, just make sure that you follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at the same places. We've got Facebook pages for Laughing Vikings and Actors Audition Club, and we've got Instagram pages. So it doesn't matter where you're at, you can connect with us. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. And also make sure if you're watching live on Facebook and on YouTube, that you subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, and you can listen to the audio while you're going for your run or you're working out or you're driving in the car, and you can get all that BK broiler wisdom into your ears.
Yay.
Yeah. So lots of good stuff happening around here. I'm excited to grow the team.
Yeah.
Hard to believe 5 years ago this started with me, and I was doing every session. I was on call 8 a.m. till 11 p.m., running all the sessions for all the actors, which meant I always felt bad if I took a day off or had to go on a vacation or something like that. I don't think I did, actually. I think the first time I realized that, I was like, oh shit, I've just locked myself in where I am now like a necessity to all of these actors. So then I realized if I'm going to be out of town, I can't leave these people in the lurch. So I brought on some other session directors, first part-time freelancers. You were a big part of that wave a couple years ago. And we should give you a shout out too, because you recently passed your 2-year anniversary.
I did. Yeah, it was on. It was last Saturday, August 27th, and it was great because Sandra Battellini filled in for one of the comics that had dropped out on the Saturday Comedy Alley show, and then she was actually my very first session
Right.
at Laughing Vikings.
Right.
Yeah.
I think because I was out of town for some reason too, right?
Well, because that's your dad's birthday, right? The 27th or the 28th?
You got it. No, it was the 27th. Yeah.
And there you go. Yeah, because you left. Because I shadowed you for Sandra's session, and then I had another session after that. But you had to be out of town because it was your dad's birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really happy with the expansion, especially, and it's a challenging thing as an entrepreneur when you start something to grow it and to bring on people, because there's a certain level of letting go of things and letting other people and just trusting other people. But if you don't do that, it doesn't grow. And I've had some challenges with that where I want to be in the day to day, but then if I'm buried in the day to day of it, then there's no one working top level on the business. So a lot of my business coaching has been like, you need to operate like you're the CEO, and the CEO doesn't do every single job every single day. They work on the things that they got to work on as the owner, and then they delegate and hire and outsource and train and develop other leaders. So shout out to you too. One of the things that I on purpose have let you do is when we've had these new session directors coming in and onboarding them and having them shadow sessions, I've been fairly hands off with their training, knowing that you've run hundreds and hundreds of sessions, and knowing that if they become 80% of who you are as a session director by you sharing your knowledge and expertise with them, that they'll be all right. And I don't need to meddle in micromanaging everyone's training and how everyone is running their individual sessions, just trusting that if the overall vibe and intention and some of our values are there, that the rest will take care of it. So thank you for taking care of that. And
no worries.
I think you've if not in actual name, at least in practice, you've elevated yourself to not only a session director, but sort of the studio manager or the lead session director here, since everyone will defer to you as the longtime experts and as the studio expert in-house here. So thank you for that, and congratulations as well.
Thank you.
You recently did get a little bit of a raise too, so maybe we'll call that as a result of you being here for 2 years, we gave you a little bonus raise. So let's call that lead. Yeah, I like
lead
that.
Raise.
Lead ASD, lead audition session director.
Yeah.
ASDM, audition session director manager.
No, I don't want to be a manager.
No, you don't like the word manager? Okay.
No, don't like the word manager. Lead, I like. I'll take lead.
Lead. And then they're supporting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they can work their way up to leads. And you'll be
they definitely will.